Mr. President, of the Triangle Cricket League, I came late here tonight. And you know why I came late? Because I wanted to be late. I want you to wait for me here tonight. Because I've got a message for you. And what I want to speak to you about is why you're here tonight. Or why you're here for the last 4 days. And you were here to what? Play cricket. And playing cricket is one thing, or playing sports. It's enjoyable, it's entertaining, but I want you to know tonight what is the purpose why you're here. Sports has played a very important part in my life. And when you look at all your kids playing this tournament here, to see 20 teams? Huh? 16 teams here in one room here tonight, and to play a tournament in America, it means a lot. And that means, what it means to me, is that what you want to play sports and you want to play cricket. And that the culture, what we have brought into America, is to play sports. And why did it start like that? You must understand one thing, kids, and basically I'm addressing kids tonight, not parents. Not parents, I don't want to talk to parents. I want to speak to these young chaps. We have come to play cricket here in this tournament. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah!
And why did you enjoy it?
It's fun. It's cricket.
What do you want to gain out of it?
Get better.
And how are you going to get better? By playing. It brings back all the memories of my days when I was just learning to play cricket. When I was just learning to be what you are, all of you, or each one of you here tonight. I was one of you. Every one of you was one of them. And don't forget that. Because you've got to start from somewhere, don't you? You've got to start. You've got to start. And once you start, there's no end. There's no end. Opportunities are there for you kids. And what I'm glad about is the opportunities you kids are getting now. When you understand why this tournament was organized and what everybody has gone through to make it happen, I want each one of you to understand that, to make you successful. Right? They're not doing just because they want to enjoy cricket. They've gone past that. These are all business people. They've got time for themselves. These are all executives in their own business. But they're doing it for the passion because of you chaps. You chaps are important, and can you understand that? Do you understand that part of it?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Understand the passion, what they want to give to you. And I share the same passion, what they're giving to you. You know, let me tell you a little bit of how I started too. You know, to let you understand, there is always a start. When I was a kid growing up, I didn't have what you have got. I didn't have what you have got. But what I did do, I make use of what I've got. And what I've got was nothing. Right? I had nothing. I had nothing in my life. But I was passionate to play sports, and I was passionate to play cricket because I grew up in it. You know, let me tell you, I start to start with about myself. It lasted 20 years in England, and then eventually I came to America. Why I came to America? There was no reason for me to come to America. Apart from everything else, our president, and then the past president, created a big impact on me coming here to North Carolina in Raleigh. And to see the magnitude of cricket being played here, they kept me here. And plus the fact my wife kept me here too. She's from this part of the world. But to see the enthusiasm and the keenness of sports being played here, and being a past player, I tried in my level best to be a part of TCL. And Richard, you can see now what we have got. You kids are fortunate here now. Very fortunate. And when I say now, you're growing up in a period, what I think, the homegrown talent are playing a good part, a big part in what America cricket plays. American cricket is not dying. It's not dying. Trust me. And you kids are here growing up in this country now. It's no different to the talent in Australia, in India, in England, West Indies, or any one of these countries. What this has done to you now is an outreach to what you can do. And the outreach is, they are giving you more cricket to play. And I want to compliment the NYCL and what you chaps are doing for sports here. What I say by that is, they're not better than you. They're not. What it is, they're playing more cricket than you only. They're only playing more cricket than you. But once you play more, keep on playing more tournaments and more cricket what you're doing, you're going to gain that experience of playing cricket. So you don't underestimate yourself, kids. Don't underestimate yourself. There's a lot of talent here. Now, I see a vision. I see a vision in American cricket. I've been here for 4 years now, and working with the TCL, and with the magnitude of kids we have got here now in the TCL, I think we're going way forward. And that's the reason, and when you can see when you have a tournament like this here, I see that happen all over America. And I'm glad we are playing a big part in what's happening here. And I wanted you all to think what you all can do individually. Sports for me has created a big impact on my life. And when I tell you something, sometimes we think we don't have enough facilities. But every facility is a good facility. And let me tell you what my facility was when I was growing up. I used to tie a ball under a tree, hitting all day. I used to play the pull shot. I used to play the cover drive. I used to play the on drive, just on my own. And that was my coach. That was my coach. And when I was growing up, I used to go to the clubs and see how the big chaps, like the youth practicing, how they practice, and I used to copy what they were doing only. And then I used to pick a piece of stick, and I used to play I used to copy them what they were doing. That's all I did. And then when I play in a game, and I failed, it was a kick up the backside. And guess who was doing the kicking? It was me, because I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anybody tell me anything. I was kicking my own backside. Why did I fail? I used to analyze everything what I did. I used to try to create my own faults. I used to create my own success. Right? So you chaps are fortunate to be in a position now to have all these people who are helping you. Do you understand what it means to have people from all over the country working with you, coaches working with you, parents are creating sacrifices to pay airfare? Is the airfare cheap or expensive now?
Expensive.
Is it cheap? I want the kids to answer me that. No. Is it? So why are you here tonight? Parents. Right. So they have created that for you to happen. Right. All of us are not going to be as what we want to be. But what you can do, sports is an institution. What we can use, how to be strong, how to be disciplined, how to be mentally focused. You know? And these are the attitudes what we want to create. Right? When you go out on the cricket field, what do you want to do? What do you want? What's your first focus when all you kids? I want you to answer that. What do you want to do when you go out on the cricket field? Or what's your motive? Don't you want to win? We want to win. And to create that, to create a winning spirit, what do we want to do? We've got to be strong. We've got to be mentally focused. We have that oneness. How to attain that? There's always got to be that oneness. What you want to achieve. How you want to win. Right? We may lose, but when I want to lose, they've got to beat me. I've got to be beaten to lose. I was playing in a West Indian team a few years back, not so long ago. Right? And I'm fortunate to know what success means and to know how to win and know to the value of winning. When you want to win a game, you want to win. But I was playing a team that when we play, we only want to win. And we didn't know when to lose. There were times when we were losing situation. But when you didn't give up, like I saw a few things tonight and yesterday we saw on the 16th, when not to give up. You never give up. You never give up in any situation, because the game switches, the game changes, the game just like that it happens. You lose 2 wickets, you bowl, and these things happen. And then the whole game changes. I want to understand this, that when you go to play a game, how many overs do you play generally in a game?
40.
No, in your club, when you were with? 40. You play 40 overs? Some of you are very strong, man. Good. Right. Like when you're playing 40 overs, you're a batsman. How many runs do you want to score? Huh? Alright, let me ask you this one. Let me tell you this one. Let me tell you this nice story. Let me tell you this nice story. Did you ever think of scoring the first 5 runs? How do you score the first 5? Can you hit the ball from 50? Can you hit the ball in the first over for 50 runs? Why don't you concentrate then for the first 5 runs? Why don't we concentrate for the first 5 runs? You're not thinking. You're not concentrating. So that's what you've got to learn to do first in what you want to achieve here. You've got to learn. It goes by stages. It goes by little stages. 40%, a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Right? Why do you go to practice? Right. Right. You know, sometimes we go to practice, okay? All of us. We go to practice. Parents come and pick us up. Do you ever analyze when you pack your bags up and then the parents pack your bag up, which the parents shouldn't do? Yeah. Do you ever analyze how much you learned after every practice session? Anybody ever analyze that? How much you practice? You practice, say you come to practice, and you tell the parents, yes, we had a good practice. What did you learn? What did you take? What falls? Did you take your falls? Did you analyze your falls? Did you analyze your pluses? That you must analyze. Analyze your pluses, analyze your falls. Every time you go to practice. That's the only way we know we're going to learn. Right? That's the only way we're going to learn what sport is. It's a big institution, and I want you kids to take that home when you're going home tonight. Alright? I've been working with them for 4 years now, Mr. President, and the Triangle Cricket Board. I've been here with 4 years now, and I've seen it growing. And it's getting bigger, and it's getting better. And I think something like this, of this magnitude, sir, I want you to understand that things will happen now in cricket. And to you kids, I believe, let me finally tell you one thing here tonight. I believe the days have gone when they're going to look for people to play for America, people born out of here, this country. They're looking at you, chaps. And each one of you here, I want you to be prepared. You've got to be prepared to play for your country, to play for this country. And the reason I'm saying that, don't take things for granted. Don't take things for granted that it will happen overnight. You've got to be 2 years ahead to be successful. You've got to be 2 years ahead to be successful. Understand that. So if you want to play better cricket, you've got to be 2 years ahead. Okay? I'm privileged to be here tonight. Mr. President and the TCL and the whole body and the NYCL, I congratulate him for hosting this tournament here in this, here. And when I'm looking at two chaps here today, over the last few days, yesterday, today, I feel like I want to play cricket again. Yeah? You kids give me energy. You kids give me a lot of energy here tonight. And with the coaching I do, they give me energy. And people ask me sometimes, why do I get so much energy? Because you are the kids who give me energy. Because I want to make you successful. President and the whole TCL, thank you very much for having me here this evening. Thank you.